Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 5 of our Oats and Goats gameplay series. I am the Ultra Farmer. We're gonna have a great episode today. We got a bunch of stuff that we got to work through to kind of get ready for the fall here slash winter time here in Elm Creek. We always got to be riding the horses and keeping their health up. I want to get doing a few more contracts, so hopefully we can get some more cash together and have stuff ready for the spring because we're probably going to have to go spend a bunch of money as always. So let's get into episode 5. Let's go try and get some contracts done if we can. Start taking care of the horses, and we'll get really prepped for winter time. Okay, so first thing I kind of want to do though here before we get going on the episode is I want to go check on our goats, see how the goats are doing. I think they're doing pretty good, but I want to check and see if there's any other kind of good deals in here on the goats. Maybe we can pick up some more. I always got to be kind of trying to do this, go through and just check and see. It's like this one's 1,200 bucks, 44 months. Like not the best stats to be honest for like 1,100, 1,200 bucks. What do we got here? Well, this looks promising. What do we got here? Very good, very high. 13 months, 500 bucks. Okay, I think we buy that one for sure. Let's get that one going. So it's an average, very low. We don't want that. Average. What about for the Rams? Very good, very high, very 6 months old. It's only 450 bucks. I think we grab that one as well. Oh, gotta select it. It always kind of gets jammed out a little bit. 551. Do we? Is that with the delivery fee? Why is there a $100 delivery fee? What are we doing here? It's because every time I go to the animal dealer, it doesn't work. And then we still got to pay extra. But all right, we got a couple extra goats now. What are we at for our final total? 13 goats. Lucky number 13. Before we get going too, let's go see what Danny's up to. Make sure Danny's got food in the bowl. That boy will come running as soon as he hears the food hit that dish. Maybe not. No, there he is. Hot pursuit over there. So another thing I want to do, let's go check the horses. I don't really want to be spending too much cash on. I kind of just like having 4 horses right now, but it's good to go through and just check and see if there's any really good deals. 5 grand? Oh my God, Vega. Marshmallow's looking a little bit soft, you know what I mean? These are expensive. 5 grand, 20 months old. That's a pretty good horse though, but I want to just find those like, $1,300, $1,200 ones that are at a good deal. Really, really young. Bully. Spotting. I just like checking these lower price ones to see if we find a diamond in the rough here. And all we seem to be finding is just rough. All right, so we did our checks there. Let's go into the contracts now. There's not really much contracts that we can go accept and do. There's one. So I went and did the plowing contract at 49. That's what we were kind of finishing up with at the end of the last episode. So I went and got that one done. Let's collect that contract. And now I've got a plowing contract to do over on 25. That's kind of the best, or like the only ones that I found that we could go do. There's nothing really else in here. Unless we can provide fresh pasta, we could get 190,000, but we got no noodles, 0 noodles. So I'm gonna hook onto our John Deere tractor with the plow. Probably get the 4755. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's get this thing fired up. Let's get the plows connected on there and let's head up to that field. So we're November. We got to kind of get through the winter. We should have enough food to feed the animals through the winter. Will I be able to do this here? Barely, okay. Back up. And off we go. So yeah, we gotta go up to field 25 and do some plowing. We should have enough food to go through the winter. Our fields are basically set till the springtime anyways. In February, yes, February. To think about that for 1 second. But in February, we're gonna come through and we're gonna mulch all of the. Actually, just 1 sec here. I'm just gonna back up. Okay, this is ready to harvest as well. We're gonna end up getting another cut off this, and we'll throw hay into both the goat barn and probably into the horses as well. They're all pretty good for food, but we might as well get another cut off that. Yeah, we might as well get another cut off that for the fall. And then we'll spread. We'll just go through and check that field. If we've got to do anything with the pH, we will. I don't want to mess with it too much, but oh, I probably should have grabbed fuel in this tractor. Will we make it? We're gonna roll the dice. Unless I can dip into any. No, the fuel station's back there. We've gone too far, team. We've gone too far. Let's go. This field should be just up here to the left. But we'll get a cut off that field. We'll get a bale or whatever we can get. Probably just one bale. We might get a bale and a half. I don't know if there's anything left in the plow or in the baler itself, so we'll have to go just kind of check on that. But I want to get this contract done first, just to see if any new ones pop up while we're doing this. I doubt it, but you never know. So we'll get this contract done, and then we'll be working on cutting and baling that field, getting stuff in for the animals. And then, like I said, in the springtime is when we'll mulch that cover crop under, try and boost our nitrogen levels just a little bit more. We do get some subsidies for doing that, but I mean, we really don't get that much. Like, not like we'll probably make like a couple $100. Like, not that I was really doing that for the money anyways. It was more just to try and make the field, get the environmental score and stuff up. And like I said, try and get some more nitrogen into that ground. But yeah, I don't really know what we'll get for subsidies. Probably a couple $100, but go buy some dog food with that or something. But yeah, the main thing will be get this field plowed, get this contract done. Something might pop up in the spring too as well that we can go do. Maybe some sort of a fertilizing contract would be good. Something like that. I was hoping to kind of find maybe some more plowing or cultivating ones, but by November, fields are either planted and ready to go for the next year with like wheat and canola and stuff like that, or they've been harvested and fields have been worked. So I don't know if we'll see any other good contracts pop up in November, or sorry, in December rather. I doubt that, but we'll keep our eyes peeled regardless because you never know. And we got to make as much cash as we can. If all works out well, I want to keep going through like with the horses. If we can't really get Salter Pepper's value over 20 grand, I'm probably gonna end up selling them in the springtime, and then we'll go spend some money on another one of those horses. Because like there's good deals. Well, there's good deals. There's horses that pop up in there for like 4 or 5 grand, and if we can get them up to 20, if we can 4 or 5, or it'd be nice if we can get them more than that. But if we could get them to 4 to 5x what we're paying for them, and I'm still just hoping that Salt and Pepper can help reproduce with one of the mares in there. So we'll see how that goes through the winter. Just kind of playing it by ear right now. But once we get a good routine set with the horses and we got the months for their reproduction and everything, dialed right in, then we'll be able to get a little bit more crafty with when we're buying certain horses at what value, and we'll know roughly after how many months we can like say double, triple, or even quadruple that value. Maybe we're able to get them to reproduce, get a little colt out of there, and then sell them. It's kind of the rough game plan, but we know how that can change because it is what it is. But first things first, let's get this field plowed. It'll take a second, but it actually won't go too bad. We'll get this field plowed, and then we'll head back to the farm and just kind of start working on cutting and baling. So yeah, let's do some plowing. We got that contract complete. Just heading back to the farm now. I got the John Deere. I got our 3650 kind of sitting there warming up. I actually filled it with fuel, and I got the mower connected to that so we can start cutting our field. We'll head back up to the farm, and like I said, next thing we'll do is we'll get a cut. We'll try and get a bale or something off that field. I actually don't even know which barn I want to put that bale in. We'll get a bale or two off of it. I almost kind of wish we had a small square baler sometimes, and then we would have. It's like we basically just get one big bale off this field. I don't know. It'd be nice if we had the option to kind of just have some smaller ones and we could put a few in one barn and a few in the other, but that's all good. In the future, we'll want that bigger baler, so for now it'll work good. But it would have been nice just to kind of have a smaller one, but it'll work just fine. Okay, let's do two things here. Let's jump in this tractor. Get this unit unfolded. And maybe what I'll do is I'll get a worker to cut this field quick for us. We'll jump around here. I'm gonna knock these plows off. I kind of want to park these plows somewhere else. Where could I put these plows? I guess we don't really use them that often. Maybe I'll stick them over here somewhere. Nah, there's not really any good spots over there. I'll just go put them back in the barn. Try not to run over our beautiful oilseed radish. We'll go dump these off. I gotta put fuel in this tractor as well. I can't forget to do that. I ran up to the animal dealer just to see if there was, but I still can't buy any of the animals up at the animal dealer. I don't know what's going on. I'm not able to purchase them. I just have to do it here, which again is fine, but let's just drop this. Okay, let's get some fuel in this unit. And we got to collect the money for our contract as well. So let's get fuel going in this tractor. We'll go in and collect the money for our contract. 8 grand, not bad. Does that put us over 100 grand? It does. Okay, so we got 102,000 bucks. I still, let's go check. There's nothing really good on sale. Nothing that we need anyways. Definitely don't need something like that. We already got a mower. We already got a combine. We ain't doing corn or sunflowers. So we don't really need any of that stuff. I'm gonna hook onto this baler and spin out here. Because I'm gonna use this tractor to bale. I'll basically use that other little tractor, the 3650, to do the windrow and everything else. Let's pull this unit out and get ready. Yeah, so we already got a bit of a hay bale in there. I just want to open up my menu here and see. Yeah, we're on 180 centimeter bales, which is good. That's good. Okay, I'm just going to pull this right here, so it's kind of out of the way / in the way. And we'll shut down that unit. I'm going to close my menu. Let's go take one of the horses for a spin while we're waiting here. What do we got here? Takes me a second. Okay, so this is Pepper. Oh no. Oh no. Stand by. Yeah, we're back. The game crashed, so there's that. I don't know what it is. Every now and then I go to try and get on one of the horses, it just crashes it. Not too sure. I'm not too sure. I've been trying to figure out, like, it leads me to believe that it's this realistic animals mod, but I don't know for sure. Don't know for sure. What I do know is we are back on Pepper, and we are just giving her. We're just giving her. Jeez, it seems like 30% already? Usually we had to go around this crazy field. It's almost like the riding percentages has went down. Maybe I'm just tripping. Nah, maybe I'm just losing it. Might just be losing it, who knows? Because now we're at about 50%. Because usually it takes one lap around this field, but still trying to hit this one corner over here just absolutely perfect, which is tricky. It's weird. I swear the horses, like some of them, I feel like turn better. I know that's not the case. Like there's no way, right? Like there's no way, but sometimes. Sometimes it feels like I get on and they just whip around no problem, and other times it's like pulling teeth to get them to turn half a bit. Look at that nice cotton field. So it's like right through here, you got to go through this plant. Oh, it's either too much or not enough. I'm always going to try and stick with doing too much though, because we got to hit that corner just perfect. But it's kind of like a perfect little lap just to get us straight back to the barn. And let's see what Pepper's value's at here. Alright, we're off. Okay, so we should be able to get Pepper's value like around that 22K mark. 22 and a half, 23. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Cleanliness is good. No suitable male. So there should be a suitable male. Which one? And salt's right around that $20,000 mark as well. I would like to get them around like that 30,000 if I can. Um, let's go into here. Yeah, like salt and pepper are just dialed right in. If we could get them around 30, that would be pretty crazy. Because that's just with 4 horses. Like with 4 horses in here, if like, because if you can get them, wow, I mean, even if you could get 10 or some horses around 20 grand, that would be pretty good. Maybe what we should do, okay, so Penelope. Okay, I'm gonna do some figuring and stuff here. I'm gonna do some planning. Keep riding these horses and stuff and get them going. This field should be cut. Yes, it is. Let's go get in this tractor. I'm gonna close this menu. Let's fold this wing up and go get hooked onto the tedders. Get hooked onto the tedders. My truck's just sitting there in the way as well. I gotta park that truck. What's going on here? What the? This game's bugging out, I'm not lying. I guess we do kind of got this weird barn. And I got front weights on all these tractors. Still, this game has been weird lately. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go head this field. Nice. Alright, there we go. We're out. We're out. We're out. Whoa. We're in the cab now. There we go. And I'm just going to set a worker to do that field real quick. I'm going to go jump in my truck and get it parked somewhere a little bit better and maybe shut it off. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of testing here real quick. Try and do some figuring. And then I'll bring you back once that field's kind of windrowed. We'll get it baled. And then we got to get through the winter and into the springtime. So we can start cultivating this cover crop into our ground there and see what we can do for the nitrogen on this. Hopefully it goes good. Although, like, our nitrogen, it says it's perfect when we come on the field. pH value is okay. I mean, it says it's perfect. Is a worker gonna... See, what I mean? Like, the game has just been... I don't know what it is. If it's just this game save or, like, what's going on, but... It's very, very buggy. Might have to just head this field myself, which is fine. Okay, I'll get this field tedded and windrowed. I'll bring it back once we're baling and kind of getting ready to work through the winter. I might even be doing some more field prep stuff on this. Like, just we'll check the pH values and stuff, see if we want to spread any lime or do anything like that on this field. I probably will just leave it till the spring, to be honest, but we'll just check and see if there's anything we can do. Whoa, sorry, miss. Almost got you with the tedders there. Yeah, I'm gonna get this all kind of squared away. I'll bring you back once we bale this field, or we're almost done baling. We'll check our pH and nitrogen levels, and then yeah, we'll get ready to get into the springtime. I'm just getting spun around here. Gonna do the last little kind of pass through our grass field here. Couple bales off here. A little bit, pretty not too bad actually. I didn't think we'd get this many bales off of it, but I did obviously did turn down the bale size. So okay, let's put this pickup on, and let's kick these bales out. Yeah, there'll be two left in the chamber, or sorry, one left in the chamber, but that's all good. I think if I could, I don't think I would sell this baler, but if I could get a small square baler, if for some reason one pops up in the store on a good deal, I might grab it just to have the option to do either big or small ones. I don't know. One nice thing about the small bales is I can pick them up by hand, but like not that it's really that big a deal to move these around with our front attachers, which we're actually going to go hook onto once we drop that off. Alright, I'm just going to park this tractor right here for now. And I want to go look at the barns here, and I just want to kind of go look at the different amounts of food. Let's shut this tractor down real quick. Let me jump in here. How's everyone doing? I always check when I pop in here, because this kind of just updates as everything goes. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything. Okay, so let's go into total capacity 20 meadow. Yeah, they will eat a little bit of meadow in here. So I think what I might do is I might just store the bales for now. Do we got a spot in here that we can put the bales? It might be a little bit weird trying to come in and out of here with the tractor. Let's try it. Let us try it. I gotta drop this weight off, and then we'll hook the front attachers onto this. We'll grab our bale spike, and we'll go move those bales around. Because I don't want to put them inside anywhere. Well, no, I don't want to put them outside. I'd rather have them stored away somewhere a little bit better to get at. What really would be good is if I stored them out here, to be honest. Maybe we can. We gotta check our tractor driving skills, but... Alright, let's go grab these bales. Grab these bales. The horse has got a bunch of food in there, so they should be good for a little bit. They should be good for a little bit. But that being said, we could put these bales covered right under here. At least one of them. Well, no, we'll put two here. The horses will probably go through more hay than the goats. And then we got them sitting right here, ready to go. And I'll try and put this bale right in there. Right in for them, if it'll take this whole bale. Oh, it did. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now, while we're right here, let's go up into our field and let's just check. Let's pop over to precision farming and just take a look at this field. 81% yield bonus. Well, let's jump out actually. Say that says nitrogen bad, pH bad. Oh god, it's all over the place. Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll kind of do a spread of both the lime. We'll get some lime on there, and we'll get some fertilizer, and we'll try and balance everything out. I'll kind of get all that done, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of get through into the next few months. I don't think any contracts will pop up. If they do, I'll bring you through and we'll do them. If something good comes in the store, I'll bring in. But otherwise, I'm going to bring you back in the springtime. It'll be in February, and that's when we'll be getting ready to cultivate this cover crop into the ground and get the fields prepped and ready to go for our oat planting. So, yeah, I'll kind of just work away through the winter here and bring you back in the springtime. All right, team, we are back here. It is February. We're going to cultivate some of that. We're going to cultivate some of our oilseed radish into our fields, but I'm just in with the horses right now. We're just checking. I just kind of had like taken everyone for a ride. So Crim's doing good. Crim is still too young to have kids. Which one's this? This is Pepper. Pepper's value is still going up. I think we can get Pepper to around 30K. I think so. Where's Salt? Salt's over here. Salt's again at almost at 30,000, so that's pretty good. I think so far. Anyways, I'm not too sure. And then we've got Penelope. Now, Penelope is pregnant, expecting, it says in 2027. I don't really know what the game. Can we go see what year it is? Does it tell us what year the game thinks it is in? Does anyone know that? Anyways, Penelope's gonna have a kid. We know this, little baby, little colt's gonna pop out, right? A little baby horse. But we do not know if Pepper or Salt is the father. We do not know at this point. So we anxiously await to see the result of that. I've just been riding them, and I got them all cleaned off. I'm gonna go get on or in either this tractor. No, let's get in this tractor. So the only thing that I did through the winter, actually, let's go through this real quick. I did one plowing contract on field 4, which was just right below the farm, which is going to be one of the fields that we eventually want to go buy. It was like, yeah, 2 grand. It was right there, so I figured why not do it. But that was the only thing that really happened through the winter. The only thing, quote unquote, exciting, if you will, was that I went and plowed one field. Other than that, nothing really great happened. There wasn't even anything super exciting that popped through on the stores. I think I'm just going to leave these plows sitting out here for right now. Leave her along the creek side. And we're going to go hop, yeah, get the cultivators connected on. And then we're going to go up to the oilseed radish fields, get those cultivated in. And then we'll kind of go through and we'll take a look at our pH levels and all that stuff. I did the pH and the fertilizing on our grass field after we cut and baled it. Jeez. Can I get hooked up to this unit here? So that field should be like pretty good to go. The grass field should be, relatively good to go. Just gonna kind of do this and not worry too much about the GPS or anything on it. Grass field's good to go. The animals are super fed. I still want us to get another field, but I'm just kind of waiting to see how everything pans out with the horses. If we can get Salt or Pepper up to that 30K mark, I'm gonna sell one of them, and I'll probably keep the other. I'm just gonna sell one to start with, and I'm just gonna kind of use the other as a test, just to see kind of when their values start to go down. If they start to go down, I want to keep one horse that we have that's kind of like the oldest, which Salt and Pepper are right around that 37-month mark. So I just want to keep one of them, but I do want to sell the other and make room for, because there's going to be a little baby that comes in the barn now, which it's going to take a while for that little baby to like obviously grow up and then really mature so that it could reproduce. Like, I don't know if it'll be a mare or a little stallion. I don't know. Still trying to get, there's still a lot of like unanswered questions with, well, for me at least, with the realistic animals, because I've never used this mod before, so I'm learning it as I go, which is kind of fun for me because it adds a new element to the game. I really enjoy it. But we want to go, after I get all these fields worked, I want to go through and I kind of want to buy, more horses, and I want to buy some more goats. So we're going to go check and just see what's available for just kind of quality. We don't want to get stuff that's like really, really low quality, but I still want to keep plugging away at getting goats and probably some more horses. The only thing is I don't want to get too many horses that it's hard for me to like, it's hard to keep them ridden. Sort of. Like it's like I don't want to have like 50 horses in that. Actually, I don't even think I could have 50 in there. I probably could only have, I think 16's the max that I can fit in that pasture field slash barn that we have for the horses right now. So I'm thinking like around 6 to 8 is going to be like the max that I kind of want to just deal with right now. Because if we can get pepper and salt up to that 30K mark, I want to go try and find another one that's worth like, 4 or 5 grand. And as long as it's like around that 30 or even like 2 year mark to 30 month mark in age, I think is going to be, I think is going to be the move, because then that way they can reproduce relatively soon. Gestation period. Shout out to the comments. I think it was Brucey in the comments, or maybe it wasn't. Anyways, I can't remember. Shout out to whoever put the gestation period in the comment section. I probably could have went and figured it out, but sometimes it's nice just to have little tips like that pop through. That I don't gotta go searching through absolutely everything. But the game has been bugged a little bit lately. I'm not really sure what's going on or why, but something's. I keep getting black screened, and it just like boots me, and it really sucks when I haven't saved the game in a while. Like I don't have autosave turned on. I keep autosave turned off just because sometimes I do things in the game and I'm like, maybe I like regret it and I just want to like back out and not have it saved. Or if I make a mistake on something, like I could be trying to put something down, and maybe I put a building down and it's like right in the middle of somewhere and it causes a bunch of issues. It deforms the land or something. It's easy for me just to like, okay, back out. But when I've done a bunch of stuff and then I haven't saved the game in a while and I go to jump on one of the horses and I get the death screen, the black screen, and I just have to shut the game down and nothing that I did was saved. That that sucks. That sucks, especially when it's like a lot of work that we did or something, and then it was all for nothing. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's precision farming. I don't know if it's a combination that I have it on with the realistic animals. I'm not 100% sure, but hoping it gets sorted. Really hoping it gets sorted. I kind of think it's a little bit of both. I think it's those two mods being put together is causing some weirdness. I is my guess at least. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's kind of the plans. What I was thinking about: 8 horses ish. Cause like the little baby horse, the little colt that pops in, like there, I'm not gonna really have to worry. I don't know if I'll be able to ride. Like, am I gonna have to ride that horse right off the bat? Probably not. That doesn't make any sense, right? It's just a little guy. But I don't know what happens with their health at that point. Yeah, again, just a lot of unanswered questions that we gotta just kind of be patient, or I have to just be patient, figure it out as I go, which again is kind of the fun part of all of it. Kind of the fun part. Also, our oil, our subsidies for the cover crop that we planted, we made a whopping $50, big old $50, which is awesome. Which is awesome. I guess I don't know. $50 is pretty good. So, Danny, we'll get some dog food for Danny. Where is Danny? He was kicking around. We just seen him. Oh, I think I just saw him over by the barn. Yeah, we'll go get a bag of dog food for Danny with that $50, and off to the races we shall go. So I don't want to mess. I'm not gonna mess with any of this field just right yet, because we're gonna have to plant, and if I'm gonna do some sort of lime or anything on this field, I'll do it right before we plant, which is gonna be in April. No, where is it? March or April? For how much? It's March. Yeah, it's March. For how much I have played and planted all these different crops, you'd think I would have it memorized, but I just don't. I just don't. And even when I think I do, I don't. So it's best to just not worry about it. All right, let's dip over to the goats and let's go see if we got any for sale in there. Shut that tractor down. I should go shut the other tractor down. Little guy here. We got 15 goats in here now. Okay, let's scroll down and see what we can get. Sheep, goat. Okay, definitely want that one. Hi, I mean, like we could get that one too. I mean, I don't want to be too picky. Oh, not that one. What about the Rams? Let's buy that for now. 1,700 bucks. Yeah. Okay, there. We got some more goats in. Let's go check out the horses and see what's happening. We don't really have much goat milk that we've produced. I think there's only 1,000 liters in there, just over 1,000. But what's up, team? How we doing in here? Also, our field isn't too big in here. I don't want to have too many horses, but we ride them every day, so it's not it's not too bad. Okay, let's take a look. So this is good and it's good age, but the horse is only 4 months old. I kind of want to, if I'm gonna be picky, like this one's a little bit better. 17 months old, kind of getting into that. I like around the 24. Got a horse named Danny. We got a dog named Danny. We can't get a horse named Danny. 3 months, very high, 2 grand. Or maybe I'm messing up this strategy. Big Biggie. Some of the names are funny, man. Like some of the names are a little bit funny. Okay, we got Lily, 19 months, Lazy Dixie, 14 months, Lucky, 17, Flash, 23 months. Like this is I like this age a little bit more. The 23 month is good. Muffin, 22 months, 6 grand. Like this is where I almost want to roll the dice on this one right here and just see if we can get Muffin up to like that 30,000 mark. Okay, and then there's Utera, Groovy, 25 months, 7 grand. Okay, what we're gonna do here, I'm just gonna get what I want to keep track of. I'm gonna build a spreadsheet, but for right now, I'm just gonna write it down. So let me just get a notepad here. I'm gonna build a spreadsheet when I'm off here, and like I'm not on the game yet. Okay, so let's get this horse. Let's get Groovy. Let's spend this 7 grand, 6,800 bucks, and let's see if we can get this horse up to that 30K mark. It's got really good genetics, all that stuff. Let's buy this horse. And then we'll have seven, no, we'll have 5 horses in there. Let's save the game. We're gonna save the game right now. And we're gonna have 5 horses in there. You jump my fence. Look at this brand new stallion. Come here now. 100% clean. Okay, so the value's down a little bit. This horse was Groovy, which is a hilarious name. And it cost us 6,800. I'm gonna keep track of all the horses and see. And we bought this horse at 25 months old. Yeah, I'm gonna create a spreadsheet so that we can keep track of all these horses, get super organized. Let's jump on this horse. Also, I downloaded a mod for first person, so we can really get into it, you know what I mean? And we'll go ride this horse around and we'll see what kind of value we can increase. Because if we get it at 25 months, I mean, if we can get this horse up to like a 30,000 value within a year, and as long as it's over that 25-month period, or we'll double check once we're back. I got to figure out exactly how old they can be when they can start reproducing. Because even if we have like a little colt or something like that, and even we get the value up to like 4 or 5 grand, I'm just interested to see on the genetics of the little colt when it's born. Because I mean, if Salt or Pepper is the father, well, Salt or Pepper is the like the male, the stallion that is the father. They both have really good genetics, so I'm interested to see how that'll transfer through to the little one. Very interested to see. I just don't know exactly. Like it gives us a date as to when Penelope's gonna have the baby, but it doesn't tell us. I don't know what the game year is. Like it says it's February, but I don't know if the game thinks it's like 2026 or 2027. I don't really know. 2025. Who knows? I'm still trying to hit this corner just perfectly. That was a pretty good one. It's way easier than first person. Way easier in first person. So I wonder, like, even if just riding Groovy right now, if that increases the value up over that 7,000 mark. I don't know if it will, but we'll find out real quick. Jump our fence. Okay, where's Groovy at? Already. Yeah, already. Just doing that right there, we increased the value by like $1,000, like almost $1,500. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, 2 years. Perfect. Let's check one more. And let's just see. 3 months for $1,900. Like, I don't really want to have a horse that's just 3 months old. It just seems like it'll take so long before that horse can either reproduce or is even like, yeah, it just seems like it'll take way too long for that horse to reproduce. We could get Muffin, Earl. Earl's 11 months, 24 months, 1 month. And this horse is already worth that like 2 grand at 1 month old. Okay, this horse is 24 months. I think we should get this one as well. Horses sold for profit. Yeah, animals that are healthy around 22 months can reproduce. Let's do it. Why not? Wait, we didn't select it. All right. Opal. Jeez, where did Opal go? We're running into horses. There's too many horses all up in here. There we Holy, that was difficult. That was way more difficult than I thought it would be. Okay, I'm gonna get Opal Road. I'll get her brushed and all that stuff put away. I'll bring you guys back next month and we're gonna plant our fields. We're gonna do our field work, get whatever needs to be done with oats. If we got to do some pH level or mess with the nitrogen, we shouldn't have to mess with any of the nitrogen because we have our fertilizing unit on our planter. So that'll fertilize as we plant. We might have to do something with the pH levels, but other than that, I think we'll be able to just plant, roll those fields out, and get some oats in the ground. So I'll bring you guys back in March, and we will get that done. All right, we are back. It is March, and it is time to go plant our oats. I want to get hooked onto this planter, and if I can, you know what? It'll be fine. We got enough fuel. I was gonna say I was gonna swing by and get some fuel, but we'll be all right. I think we'll be just fine. I gotta swap this over to oats. There we go. There we go. Now, do I have enough fertilizer in this unit? Let me just pull up, see if I can get some out of this pallet. Can I pull up a little bit more and just hit the pallet that's right there? Yes, there we go. Nice. Okay, let's do that. Now, I have seeds in the barn. I'm not really going to use that many, but I just want to see if I can get close enough here where I fill this up, and then we'll go set a worker to start planting these fields, and then we'll go check on the goats. Yeah, there we go. I knew we'd be able to get close enough to the barn there to do that. Yeah, eventually I probably will just take this field out if I'm being completely honest. Let's get a worker going on that, and let's jump out and let's go check the goats. Yeah, I'll probably end up taking this field out. You know, that'll be probably one of the first fields that we take out. I don't know exactly what I'll end up putting here. Maybe something, maybe another horse. Let's just go take a look while we're in here real quick. Maybe like another horse pen. This is 25 grand. We could get another one for 25 grand. Or I could get something like this. This is 8, and we could kind of create our own little field. Um, this one's 5. But I would have to water. I think this one self-waters. Yeah, I think this one self-waters. I don't know. I kind of want to have two, like eventually I want to get a bunch of like there's wicked horse stables in here. Like this one's massive, right? and eventually we'll get to that point. Like that's the goal. I want to have a good riding arena and stuff like that, and all that stuff will probably end up coming up here. Is my thoughts. Having the riding arena here, and something else right here, but maybe something more to do with goats as well. I don't really know right now. It's kind of just too hard to tell, and I don't want to make any weird plans that yeah, it messes like the flow of everything up. But I would like to have two separate pastures for the horses, because then I'd be able to separate them, and it might be a little bit easier. Because like I could take Salt and Pepper out right now and put them in a different one where I know I'm getting close to selling those horses, and then I could have the other ones that maybe are too young and they're just slowly kind of growing up still in here. It's gonna, yeah, I'm eventually gonna need to keep everything separate is gonna be my plan at least, but in time. Let's check on the crew in here. How's the crew doing in here? 19. That's right. We had bought 4 extra. So let's just go back, keep looking in here. Let's get down to goats. What's this one? That's high, average, low, very low. I think we'll get this. We'll get this one. I guess I could just click buy. That's what we do. There we go. Okay, we got one more. 20 goats. We need 4 more to get to our favorite number, 24. There's Danny. What's going on? He's just in here hanging out with the goats. Kind of blends in. He kind of looks like a goat, hey? Look at him. Danny, what are you doing? Let's go put some food in your dish, bud. Put some food in his dish, and then we got to get these fields planted and rolled out. Let's get Danny some food. Watch him be done with the goats real quick. Come barreling across this parking lot with this this driveway. In time. Oh, there he comes. I can see him busting through the field. He's gonna get hit by the tractor in the oat field. Yeah. Right on. Okay, let's hop in this other tractor and let's get this fired up. And I'm gonna go spin around and go grab the rollers with this unit, and then that way I can get ready to chase behind the planter, and yeah, get these fields set and good to go. Get these fields set, good to go, and ready for the springtime. Now, I still really want to buy. Actually, yeah, we could go in this field. This mode will be fine. I still really want to buy one of these fields, which I think is going to happen. It's going to happen as soon as Penelope has her baby in this pasture up here. That's when it's going to kind of decide on everything. I'll probably sell one of the horses when they get to about the 30 grand mark. That way it'll basically pay for this field or one of these fields, and then probably like next, it'll be probably like next spring-ish, or maybe even after we harvest our oat fields in the fall, we might pick up one of these fields so that we can work on field prep and get ready for the next spring. Like next year at this time, I would like to have either both these fields or at least one of them for sure. Both of these fields would be ideal. So the main plan for the rest of the year is obviously going to be, I still want to be picking up horses and getting their values increased, because as soon as you get the horse and you start riding it and you start getting its fitness up and the cleanliness and all that stuff, it instantly increases in value. So every horse that we buy will basically, as long as we take care of them really good, we won't lose money on them ever. Next month we're going to get a cut of hay off this field. The one thing that I kind of want to buy is some sort of a hay storage facility or unit. I don't really know exactly. I was thinking about putting something right here-ish just to store bales, because that's kind of the only spot that we have, unless I can clear some trees out back in here and do some landscaping. That might be a possibility. Yeah, that might be a possibility if I can do some sort of landscaping even off in these corners. I don't really know. It's not a major thing, but that's kind of my plan, is to get some sort of bale storage unit, and then we'll get all these fields set. They'll be good to go, and after that it's going to be, we want to do as many contracts as we can throughout the year just to help with cash, taking care of the horses, and yeah, just trying to get their values increased as much as possible so we can hopefully make as much cash and get some more fields. Really, I just want to get those fields so that I can expand, like that oat field that we just planted, like I had talked about before, putting some sort of a different horse pasture or goat barn there. It'll probably be a horse pasture, to be honest. just so I can keep all of the horses separate, like we talked about. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. I think we'll end the episode here of us just kind of planting these oat fields. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it like always. I know this series is like a little bit slower of a start in a sense because it's just the money that we're trying to make is going to come from the value of the horses rather than the like crops or, you know, a lot of times in the beginning of series we're always trying to like do silage or something to make money so we can get the operation going, but really it's going to be horses that get us there. The goats will eventually really help us once they're producing lots of milk and reproducing kind of more in a consistent rate. But again, it'll just be a little bit of a slow burn to get everything going. But once we are, and once we are, and then I can hire some helpers to also ride the horses and get their health and stuff all like up, so it's not just me doing it 100% of the time. Then their values will increase more, and we'll be able to really kind of streamline it a little bit easier. But so again, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it like always. I appreciate everyone who's hit that like, who's hit that sub for me. We are so dangerously close to hitting 1,000 subs. It's crazy. I'm very excited. So thank you again to everybody who has helped us kind of reach that goal. Shout out to everybody who's joined the Discord. I know the link was bugged for a little bit because yours truly screwed it up, but I got it fixed, I think. So yeah, jump in the Discord if you haven't already. And just again, thanks so much. I hope you guys have a good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever it is that you're watching this episode, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.